I am Glauber Costa, and I am the founder and CEO of Turso. At Turso, we build a cloud service to synchronize SQLite databases to and from the cloud. But we also have a very ambitious project now, which is a complete rewrite of SQLite in a memory-safe language in a modern way. We do it in Rust. And one of the challenges that we have with that is that we keep hearing from people that one of the reasons they like SQLite, one of the reasons SQLite became such a load-bearing part of the industry, has not as much to do with the database itself, with the query language of any of that, but with the reliability of the solution. So it's incredibly important to us, and that is actually one of our main challenges, to not only match, but if possible, even surpass SQLite's level of reliability. SQLite is a database that runs the world. It runs everywhere. It runs on devices, and I was joking about that, on toasters, and you know, from toasters to drones and even military services in a very heterogeneous way. So how do you make sure that all of those scenarios in all of those scenarios, the database will perform correctly and securely host your data and all of that. Usually a project to rewrite something that's working on a better foundation is something that nobody will ever approve. As the CEO of the company, I have to be the responsible one. I have my co-founder to be the irresponsible one. But he wanted to rewrite the server. He wanted to redo it. And the technical reason for that is that multi-tenancy, the ability to serve billions of SQLite files per customer, was not something that was designed in the beginning of our product, but it's something that became important later on. Multi-tenancy is not easy. Controlling resources, making sure that everything is allocated correctly to the right tenants, that you never use more memory than you should. All of that is pretty hard, and then we wanted to essentially rebuild the foundation of our cloud service so that multi-tenancy would not be an afterthought, but it will be central to the architecture. Now, when you ask me something like this, I want to rewrite my entire service, my answer is no. Again, we are a startup, we're running against time, we need to keep building, we need to keep going to market, and ultimately we did. But I don't think we would have done it without Antithesis. So that is the value that Antithesis brings to us. It gave us the confidence of rewriting core services because we knew we will be able to move 10 times faster than we would otherwise. And why is that? Because the bugs become very apparent. The risk of rewriting software is that, okay, but now all of this intelligence about the corner cases, about the issues that you've been facing that only happened once, and then somebody patched in the comment, sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't help, sometimes even misleads you. But with the Antithesis technology, we were able to rewrite it in 4 months, something that was thought by many to be impossible. When we heard about it and Pekka and I sat down and said, look, rebuilding this is insane, but if we rebuild it using Antithesis, from day one, we'll be able to see all of the bugs. We'll know where they are. Yeah, so Antithesis helped us make sure that we could deliver our software faster, and because the developer velocity just increases, the bugs become apparent very early on, reliably, and in a way that we can trust. I think it's possible to quantify the impact of Antithesis, but it always strikes me as misleading because, as I said, we ended up rewriting a core component of our cloud infrastructure in 4 months, which is a number that is absolutely mind-blowing. But for me, the real impact is not the fact that we did it in 4 months, it's the fact that we did it at all, because without Antithesis, I would have never approved that project. The whole idea of rewrite this core component was just too scary because you're just afraid of all the compatibility issues. So yes, I can put a number to that, but I think the real impact is the fact that this thing that was incredibly impactful for our business happened that would not otherwise happen. Yeah, the thing I like the most about Antithesis for our organization is that it's making the impossible possible.